This is the Dale Not Dale Podcast, Season 3.
What's up, Bonnie?
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Dude, this is going to be a fun one.
We're back.
Oh, you're bringing that back to you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. This is episode 93, and this is probably, besides Rampage, it's maybe one of our wildest ones.
This got to be the wildest one. I mean, Rampage was wild. This one's wild.
This one's wild. This is coming straight from jail.
So Rampage, if you remember, which I know you do, Rampage took us from PG-13 to explicit.
Yeah.
This one might have more implications.
We may have the FBI after us.
We might. And we may do podcasts naked from now on.
Never know.
I don't know.
So, just to give you guys just a quick intro before we start the episode, I had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Joe Exotic himself, Tiger King, from a prison in Florida.
Yeah.
So how this kind of came about, I had a bunch of friends message me. I shared the thing about it. This past Friday, I got a message out of the blue on that Carol Baskin TikTok dance I did in 2020.
Yeah.
They said they went comment I got a notification that said hashtag free Joe Exotic by Joe Exotic. I was like, holy shit, this is really this is wild. And then I went and looked again. They commented again, go check your DM. So I go to my DM and they're like, hey, heads up, Joe's out of the Texas prison for a little bit in a jail in Florida. With that, he can make and receive phone calls and video calls for until maybe the next week till he gets transported back to Texas.
Yeah.
They said if you like him on your show, let us know.
So he went from federal prison,
yes,
in Texas
to a jail for a court case
to county,
yes,
for court. Then he'll be transferred back to federal in Texas.
Yes, where he's been. He went there for some he had some lawsuit that he won about his music.
Okay.
About the people that were trying to steal his music. I don't know something about that. I seen it on his thing that whatever circuit court, blah, 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 ruled in his favor. So he owns all his music now or something like that. So
yeah.
So yeah.
So going into this, I think for me, obviously, that show was iconic. I mean,
yeah, it's pop culture the rest of our life.
It was. And there's many things that I've learned after this interview that I had no clue about.
Yeah.
Nobody would have known. You would only know this from Joe Exotic himself.
Yeah, for sure.
And the whole time, obviously you're innocent until proven guilty. I'm a firm believer in that. But sometimes you're just like, what exactly did he go to prison for? I was always like, was it because of animal cruelty? Was it because of, the
murder for hire thing?
Murder for hire? Yeah.
From what so when this came about, remember I sent y'all a text. I was like, guess who I got opportunity to talk with?
Yeah.
And I sent you, we're like, holy shit, this is crazy. And I was like, the only bad thing was it couldn't be me and you. He's like, hey, if you have a mic or whatever, you have another person in the thing, the jail can just clip the feed, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to be, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of rules when you talk to somebody incarcerated. I don't know. I don't know how that would affect another person. Cause you're talking to family.
Right.
They don't know.
I don't know.
But that's just what the guy told me, I was like, I didn't want to screw it up. We let's not ruin this.
All I know is we didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
So if it was just one person, that's okay.
So I did some research before. He's got his they got a website or a YouTube channel called Tiger Tales that his lawyer is putting all this information up from all these people, cell phone recordings and videos, and these guys talking about they were setting Joe up. They're trying to show all his innocence.
Yeah.
For the murder for hire case.
Right.
Now I do know I read that they had cases in there for animal cruelty, stuff like that. I don't know to what extent that is. Bad thing is they may charge you more for that than freaking murder for hire because of how they are, they are with animals.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know the extent. I knew some of the stuff to ask him, and I just really wanted to see what he had to say. I was like, I don't know. This was like the first time I was really nervous, and Magnus was with me, and like, dude, I was like nerved up because I wanted to make sure the audio worked. We got video. We had like all kind of. We screen recorded his picture on my laptop. I had to buy a $30 app on my computer to do that, to make sure we got all of it. Magnus videoed me from a phone over my laptop. I had a splitter hooked up with headphones and a feed going to Magnus's camera to get his audio. I wore a mic with a separate piece recording my audio.
Yeah.
So
and this is not one of those you can say, hey, let's do a mic check real quick.
No, dude, like literally I was sitting there, it's called gettingout.com. I guess that's just what you use in penitentiary, talk to people like in prison, family members or friends or whatever. So I had to go through this deal. They said, hey, you got to go through here, get verified. So I went Google. I was like, man, I hope this isn't something sketchy, because I had to like update my ID, Social Security, like last 4 of my Social Security number, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I did all that. Once I verified this was all good. And so I had to go through this whole process to be verified to be able to even have the call in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm talking to somebody on his team runs his social media. We're going back and forth, and he's sending me things. Hey, make sure Joe, make sure you understand. You've seen some of the videos about Joe being innocent and blah, blah, blah. Make sure you understand that. Make sure, you don't have somebody there in the background trying to set him up so yeah, dude, we're good.
Yeah. So at this moment in time, I don't think you or I know if we're able to actually air this or not, or we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So like even the video, we're good to do that?
Yeah, like I've seen he's been on all kind of stuff this past week.
Okay.
Like they've had other people put stuff out prior to us.
Okay.
So they've had being that he has a voice and he's in this jail, he can talk.
Guess what, mother?
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
It's Joe Exotic here.
Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin are here.
Here to talk about Good Ranchers.
Good Ranchers is the greatest place you can ever find your meat. And we ain't talking about no kitty treats. We're talking about meat.
Meat from all USA.
All the USA.
All the USA meat.
All the USA meat that's not imported from overseas, doesn't contain any mRNA, doesn't contain any overly grotesque antibiotics, and is good for you and your family.
That's right. I'm here, Joe Exotic. I want to say, if you use our code DNDPOD, today is the last day to get your price shield guarantee for the next 2 years.
That's 10% off your box, free shipping,
yep,
and a locked-in price until 2026.
Hot damn,
which is before Joe Exotic gets out, but we hope he gets out before this price lock guarantees up.
We do. Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
So if you go to goodranchers.com and use our code DNDPOD for 20% DNDPOD for 10% off your first box, your price lock guarantee
for 2 years.
For 2 years and free shipping, we would appreciate that.
Yep. So that's goodranchers.com. Use our code DNDPOD. Make sure to use it. Get the price lock guarantee. That ends today. Sorry, folks. That ends today, the end of April. So make sure to take advantage of it. And we hope you enjoy this episode of Tiger King, sponsored by Good Ranchers.
Guess what, mother?
That's why they hit me up. Hey, if you want to have him on your show. I mean, that was so.
Okay.
So like I said, we're gonna run this raw and uncut. I'm not gonna bleep anything. I'm not gonna cut anything. I'm just gonna run it.
And we're not gonna apologize for it either.
I didn't say nothing. No, it's very freedom of speech, dude. He can say what he wants to say. If it bothers you, I mean, I don't tell you. If you watched the show, he probably said a lot of shit. Maybe it bothered you, but like I said, I think that's the allure of Joe Exotic. He was polarizing. You loved him or you hated him.
Yeah,
and I loved him. I loved the show. I loved everything about it.
I mean, he's one of those people that just runs through life with just no anxiety, doesn't care. Like, he'll say, well, the world's crashing down.
Dude, I I don't know if it was you. Somebody told me that they saw him back in the day when he came to the Mall of the Mainland, and they showed. I started rewatching Tiger King the other day, and they showed that map when they were talking about Carol Baskin was trying to stop him from showing these baby cubs and stuff at the malls.
Yeah.
And if you see it, it shows the map and it shows Mall of the Mainland. Boom, that's where he went to Texas City.
Wasn't me.
No, I know somebody I know told me that, and then I actually talked to a friend today. He said, "Yeah, my mom was there. She has a picture with the cub at the Mall of the Mainland with him."
Yeah.
Which that had been in the 90s, I guess,
right,
when that was popular.
Yeah,
But
he's one of those. He was so polarizing in the animal rights scene.
Yes,
that I think a lot of what's going on with Joe Exotic is because he's a great person to make an example of.
Yeah, I think they made him the poster child for
animal rights.
And he stood up, he didn't give a shit. Like, he bashed him on his own, like, he had his Joe Exotic TV, like, he had his own show. Like, he had the show he would air every night.
Yeah. And
he was bashing him, and like, I'm rewatching it now after I talked to him and know more. It's just been wild. It's, because the show is freaking incredible.
Dude, I'm just so excited.
Because you listened to it all, right? You listened
to
the
whole thing, okay. Yeah. And I listened to it. I listened to the unedited version, or I should say the raw audio, which was very, very tough. I have not heard whenever we have it all synced up and it's ready to go. So I look forward to listening to it again.
But he aired it out, dude.
He didn't care.
And then for all you people out there, you want to know if he's a Swiftie fan or not, you'll find that out too. And I had to ask him the hard-hitting questions.
You will. Yeah. I mean, the thing is like I'm a little, we have this big Joe Exotic movement. Like, how do we get on board? What do we do?
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
I wish we could. It happened like literally, I knew the day before they had the free Joe Exotic Day in Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
Imagine going there and meeting people there.
Could you imagine the people that are there?
That'd have been incredible.
But is it normal people like you and I, or is it like a bunch of like just crazy?
I bet there was both sides.
I could see that
too. I bet there was a people that were trying to go against him, like you've seen.
Yeah.
And then I bet there were the Joe Exotic fans like us, and they probably had like the Uber Joe Exotic fans that were there dressed in tiger suits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or dressed like him. I didn't see anything on social media about it, but I'd like to see what that looked like.
And I think there's probably I would love to go to one of those rallies, obviously, just because I think the people watching would be incredible.
Yeah.
But more so into the fact that, he's a normal person going through something that nobody else would go through just because of a show. And there's fair and unusual punishment.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So I mean, I'm a human rights activist.
Yeah.
In that sense, where I don't. No matter the. Actually, I take that back. The crimes he committed, he shouldn't be treated unfairly. There's of course, there's some crimes where I think you shouldn't be alive, but Joe Exotic, you got to free him.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. He talks about the prison system and what he wants to do if he was to get out. We talked about what he would do if he got out.
Yeah.
We did find out also he's scheduled to not get out per sentencing till 2036, which was 18 years because he got arrested in 2018.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God,
and he says he's not going to make it that long.
Yeah.
Which that would suck.
Yeah, no, I think he knows it. So I don't know, man. This was definitely this was one of the ones, like probably one of the bigger ones that when we put that out there, people are like, holy shit, everybody's like, how?
Yeah.
Like, how did that even happen?
Everybody was asking me. I'm like, you're not going to believe who came. Oh, actually, you have those people that ask us all the time. So, what is your podcast about? Well, I hate answering that question.
I do too.
And then you have the ones. Well, do y'all have any famous guests? Sometimes I have to go back. Like, what's famous to you? Like, we've had chefs that are famous, but you might not be into cooking. We've had UFC fighters, but you've never watched UFC.
Yeah. We have baseball guys, football guys, comedians.
Football, comedians. And then now one thing I can say of any guest that we've had.
Everybody knows him.
Everybody knows Joe Exotic. And I was like, well, Joe Exotic just came on. They're like, shut up. He's in prison. I'm like, I know. That's the thing. That's a great part about it is he's coming on.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things like that's our new thing we can hang our hat on. Like that'd be the first thing we throw out there.
Yeah. And everybody's like, well, so what does he say? I'm like,
you gotta watch.
You
gotta stick around and listen. It's about a 25, 28 minute interview.
Yeah.
And I had some notes and I had things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to let him talk, obviously, about what he wanted to get out there. Then he talks about how you can help him. Because I was like, hey, how can we help you? And he's like, man, I don't need no money. I don't need nothing. This is what I need. So he'll explain what he needs help with, like how you can help his cause.
Right.
And what he feels like would be a push to help him maybe get pardoned.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. I love the show. I love it was just so bizarre.
Yes.
And it's like, it kind of like takes over you.
Yeah, it is. I've never been a part of a movement. But anyway, we need to let them watch and listen to this. This is going to be great.
Matt, you think we should, before we play my little video clip talking before he had him on? Right before the interview. Yeah. No, I'm saying whenever I'm talking to him, I'm talking to my phone, like right before he comes on. We may look at it. We can look at that, see if that looks right. We can piece that in there because that was the most nervous I've ever been to have anybody on.
I would have been too.
Just because it was just, but like I said, because he's that big of a person, like he's that big of a character.
He is.
And he's exactly who I thought he'd be.
And y'all will see in this video that they try to blur out all the inmates in the background. Yeah. This is not set up. He is legitimately in jail.
He posted one little video of him doing the same thing. Somebody was talking to him. They're like, "Oh, this AI." He's like, "Dude, it's not AI." Like he commented, like his people comment on there, "It's not AI." Like it's not an AI conversation.
Well, this is definitely not AI.
No,
that's great. So anyway, well, let's let everybody watch it, and in the meantime, I'm going to figure out a way to support them.
Yep, let's do it. All right.
On the podcast, we chillin' zest. Uncle Dale, Von Magnus, yeah, we the best. Magnus in the cut, no shirt in sight. Spitting truth and jokes, yeah, we keep it tight. Uncle Dale's wisdom, dropping like gems with Von's quick wit.
All right, so I'm 4 minutes away from I got a scheduled video call with Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, in prison in Florida. So if you can see the countdown right here. So you got 3 minutes and 53 seconds until I'm face to face with Joe Exotic. And so we're going to use this footage for the podcast. So I got 30 minutes with him. Hope everything goes right. I got a few questions. I'm gonna let him talk and talk about some stuff upcoming for him. His free Joe Exotic Day in Pensacola coming up on Tuesday, and talk about Tiger Tales. And we're gonna just let him talk, see what all he's got to say, and help put his story out there and see what we can do. But like I said, this is a big deal for the Dale Not Dale podcast. So I got my boy Magnus here. We've got this set up to where we can get audio and video from this this will be kind of like the intro to the podcast that we will plug this in, and then me and Vaughn will be talking about this past. I couldn't have Vaughn with me for this because of it's just how the jail, they're real strict on how this goes down. So we're going to play by their rules so I can get this information. So we're 2 minutes and 30 seconds out from Tiger King jumping on here with us. So please be, I don't know what to expect. So whatever you hear from us is going to be raw video and audio from the conversation between me and Joe Exotic. So stay tuned.
Dale!
What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right.
Dude, this is wild, bro.
Hey.
Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you giving me some time, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're breaking up just a little bit. I don't know if that's on your end or my end.
Can you hear me better now?
It's still breaking up.
Okay, let me see. Hold on 1 second. Can you see me fine?
I can see you great.
All right, see if that sounds a little better.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
All right, man. How's everything going?
It's prison. Fuck, man. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I'm here, dude. It's been 6 years, and I wake up every morning like, I can't believe that my country kidnapped me.
It's been 6 years already? Golly.
Yeah. September will be 7.
So when are you scheduled to get out? If all were to go...
If everything fails, 2036, dude, and I'm never going to live that long.
Holy cow, man. How's your health been?
Yeah. Well, my prostate cancer is in remission, and I did x-rays last October, and it showed something in my left lung. And then I did a CAT scan in January, and it confirmed it. And I did a PET scan 2 days before I came down here. So I got to go back and do biopsies to confirm that I got lung cancer now.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say some prayers for you, brother. We'll say some prayers for you.
Thank you.
So, one thing I read is like when you get out, you want to talk about and fight for justice reform. What has been the biggest thing you saw being in there that you want to fight against?
Okay, well, the whole system is corrupt, dude. Okay, from square one. All right. I don't know if you've seen the bloody pictures of me on the internet of my social media where my wrists are all bloody.
Yeah.
That's from federal employees, okay, trying to make you suck their dick, all right? And when it doesn't go their way, they beat the hell out of you, and they strip you naked and tie you in a chair and put you in a shower. And they put me in the shower for so long that the skin came off my arms from the straps, all right? And they did this to a 21-year-old kid, too, named Justin Teo, Thao. And he hung himself, dude. It's just what goes on in here is criminal. The guards are the ones selling the drugs. The guards are the ones selling the cell phones. They're stealing everything. And the inmates are living like river rats. I've told everybody I've done an interview with, because it's no secret. I've been put in a hole. I lost my good time days, everything, because I got caught with a cell phone that the guard sold me.
Oh, wow.
And I had it for 2 years, okay? And I have enough evidence out there in a safe place showing the mold and the algae and the expired food we're forced to live, and the staff stealing stuff, and the roofs leaking, everything. The drugs being sold, I have it all. And my goal is to walk out of here, and I want to testify in front of Congress. Because somebody has to wake up to this.
Do you think they'll ever change things?
Huh?
You think there'll be a change?
If I get out and I'm able to do this, yeah. If I die in here and my people expose what they have, there's going to be a change, whether I'm dead or alive.
Right.
There's going to be a change. Because once the American people see how their family members are living in here, you're gonna have an uproar.
Wow. Yeah, I bet, man. So what's your day-to-day been like?
Down here in Florida, it's pretty boring because you don't go outside. You stay under these freaking fluorescent lights 24 hours a day. But the food is better. This is the first time I've ever ate a free world hamburger or pizza in 6 years, because they allow that to do that on Fridays. And I've never video chatted anybody in 6 years. I've never had a visit in 6 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to use a phone in 2 years. So this is like really great for me, because now I can get my voice out there, because when I go back next week or the week after, I'm going to go back to being shut up again, because I'm going to be in federal custody instead of county. And they're going to go back to doing everything they can to shut me down.
So,
but when I'm at the prison, I spend most of my day outside at recreation, walking the track, working out.
Yeah. What how did you get to Florida from Texas? How did that come about?
Okay, I filed a civil lawsuit for copyright and trademark infringement against Vince Johnson.
I've seen that.
Because as soon as Tiger King came out, okay, see, I had my music from 2013.
Yeah.
Okay, and all I ever did with it was I just wrote and sang songs of little kids that died that I helped, in wheelchairs and everything else, and that was the purpose of my music. Okay, then when Tiger King was filmed, when I was already in jail, They put me in jail. See, a lot of people don't understand. I didn't film for Tiger King.
That was all footage.
Okay. Dylan, my husband, sold the footage from my computers to Tiger King while I was in jail.
Wow.
And then that bastard took off with all the money, okay, and sold my clothes to a museum in Vegas. So as soon as Tiger King came out, everybody's thinking, well, Joe's in jail. Joe's in solitary confinement. He can't talk to nobody, so let's just finish raping him. All right? And this guy, if you look on Pacer at the deposition or the Vince Johnson filed a protection order even to keep his deposition from being made public because it would make him look so much like an ass. Because in his deposition, you know what his answer was? Oh, well, I saw an opportunity and I took it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, screw you, dude. You know, you don't know. You didn't only ruin my name out there. You made a record deal and you got $200,000 from Netflix and everything else. All while I'm sitting in solitary confinement while everybody's taking advantage of me. Yeah, no, it's not cool at all.
Yeah.
So this Tuesday is going to be one of the first steps of Joe slowly taking his life back.
I shared that on my Instagram today for you.
Yeah, Tuesday, November the 9th, at Pensacola, Florida is the first rally. And man, there are film companies from Canada coming even.
Oh, wow.
This town is so excited and so behind me. They even painted the bridge downtown. President Biden freed Joe Exotic. Yeah, it's crazy. So you know, I've had word that some of the Trump campaign will be over here. You know, hopefully Congressman Matt Gaetz will be here. And this is going to be the first of many rallies. The next one is scheduled for July the 31st at the White House. And we have to, Americans, we got to stand up this time and say, look, enough is enough, because we're the least populated country with the most in jail. All right, you have a better chance of being arrested in this country than winning a scratch-off lottery ticket.
Yeah. That's crazy. So the event Tuesday, who's putting that together?
My team put that all together. Yeah, so they're going to be, they're driving all the way from Ohio and Indiana and everywhere to put this on. And then the local support here is just phenomenal. News crews from Tampa are driving up. Yeah, it should be a pretty big deal. And I'm hoping that it's the first step of showing President Biden on national television how many voters out here think that this is wrong, what's going on here. You know, if Brittany Griner was wrongfully detained, what the hell do you think I am?
Yeah. And you're having it inside the United States too, which is crazier.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you ain't got to trade nothing for me. All you got to do is commute my sentence to time served. Let me go home. The conviction means so much to America to keep that 98% conviction rate. Keep it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I can get out of here and be a millionaire as a felon. I don't do drugs. I don't need to carry a gun, and I don't drink. So just let me go to work. Let me go home.
Yeah. So what would be your plans if you got out of here for work?
You know, everybody's asked me what's the first thing I'd do if I walk out of here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is go to 7-Eleven and get a pack of Marlboro Lights.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to go to Fort Smith, Arkansas, lock myself in the house with Seth for 2 days and have sex, all right? And I've been offered a world tour, a concert tour, okay? And that's what I'm going to do for work.
That'd be awesome.
I have a huge company behind me to do a concert tour. I'm going to do that. But my ultimate goal is to testify in front of Congress.
Okay. After that pack of Marlboro Lights. Right?
Do what?
After the pack of Marlboro Lights.
After the pack of Marlboro Lights. Yeah. Damn right.
So is Seth, are y'all still currently engaged, you and Seth?
We are.
Okay.
We are.
And what state is he in?
Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about that. So the whole time Tiger King comes out and you're a phenomenon, you're in jail. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I was arrested September the 7th of 2018.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tiger King was filmed between that and 2020, and it came out March the 19th, I think it was, of 2020.
I mean, hey, regardless or not, you're a part of pop culture history for the rest of our lives. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I hope when I die, and I hope it doesn't happen in here, but let's hope that I get a send-off half as big as Michael Jackson got, you know?
You're my Michael Jackson. Hey, I even did the I don't know if you've seen it in being where you're at, but I did the TikTok, the Carol Baskin song "Dance to Yours," and that's how your people Instagram found me, which is funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty crazy. I had a 9-year-old little boy video chat me the other day, and he was doing that song and dance. Yeah,
it's a great song.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
So what years were you doing? So you said 2013 you started doing music. Is that whenever you did all those I Saw a Tiger and all those other videos? Was that?
Yeah. Okay. And then I have 26 songs and 16 music videos. So I've always sang in choir through school. Okay, and I played the drums and the guitar all the way through school. And then I started singing to open and close my magic show when I started touring doing magic. So I did that for 9 years. Then when I quit touring, I started, I built a TV studio there at the zoo, and I had a recording studio. And then I had some friends in Dallas with a recording studio there, Valley of the Kings. And I started recording music, but I did it, again, only to express these little kids that were dying that we granted wishes for and stuff. And I never meant to have my music ever do anything, It was just my escape.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know Cardi B came out early, talked about you. Any other celebrities trying to help you out to get justice reform?
Okay. Cardi B came out full blast at first. Set up a GoFundMe trying to help me raise money for an attorney, and then they shut her down because they said you can't raise money on GoFundMe for attorneys for a criminal crime.
Oh, wow.
All right, so she had to stop that, okay? Andrew Tate has stepped up and paid my bills for quite a while.
Oh, wow.
All right? Yeah. Yeah, that man, anybody can say anything they want bad about Andrew Tate, but they can kiss my butt because he has an opinion of his own, which is free will in this country. And I'm not going to convict him of what he's accused of because I've been in this system now, and I know how easy it is to be wrongfully accused of something. But for a man that everybody calls a bigot and hates women and all this other shit, to do what he's done for a gay man in jail that he's never met speaks volumes.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
So I have Andrew Tate, Dana White is out there being my voice. Joe Rogan is being my voice. I have Congressman Matt Gaetz just went on video television saying that I deserve a pardon. Marco Rubio filed a congressional inquiry for me. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert in Colorado is one of my big advocates of getting out of here. I picked on Machine Gun Kelly here a while back. Kind of made world news. I have a lot of people talking out there. What I need is action, and I need Kim Kardashian. And I need Lil Wayne and Kodak Black to step up. Kodak Black and Lil Wayne got pardons, okay? And they walked away, and they ignored what they saw in here. And they ignored their brothers and sisters of the same color being treated like slaves and river rats in here. And they just ignored it, okay? Now I need them to just get behind me and be a voice. We don't want your money, man. We don't want their money. I just need Kim Kardashian, Kodak Black, and Lil Wayne to step up and say, look, the White House, this man has a point. Our two of us have lived in there, and it's got to change, okay? You need to start making something right. And keep in mind, people like Kim Kardashian and Justin Bieber has 4 times the amount of followers than the president of the most powerful country in the world, okay? That's how influential they could be if they really wanted to.
Yeah. So what do you need people to, like, just normal everyday people to take action? What can they do to help you out?
You know what? Just a normal person, you know, and I hate using that slang because I'm just a normal person, okay? And I just happened to get lucky on a show and became a celebrity, all right? But I came from the bottom just like everybody else has. All you have to do is every post you see President Biden and President Trump put on social media, just put Free Joe Exotic in the comments. And once they start seeing enough of that, numbers will talk. It's an election year. They will have to address this at some point, you know? And that's all I need. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. I don't like begging for money. I'll work for what I do.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. All I need is put Free Joe Exotic in every comment you see that President Trump and President Biden put out there.
So do you have any contact with anybody that used to work for you in the past that's kind of, I guess, feel like they turned their back on you, it feels like?
John Rinke is the only one that stays in touch with me and even cares that I'm alive.
Okay. So I also read recently that you've forgiven everybody. Is that a true statement?
Yeah, you know, yeah. That's just the right thing to do. Now, will I forget? Hell no. Okay. Will I forgive? Absolutely. You know, Eric died already. Brenda died already. Shit, man. 10 people affiliated with that zoo are dead.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I forgive everybody. You know, because some of them are sick in the head, like Jeff and Lauren. They're literally ill in the head. Okay, and I would hate to even have their pathetic lives. So, you know, yeah, I forgive them because when you have to record your husband in a fight where they both admit to raping people, okay, and you have to blackmail your own spouse in order to survive. Yeah, I feel sorry for you. I forgive you.
Yeah, I've been watching your Tiger Tales, some of those videos. I kind of deep dived into those, and they had some of those conversations. Man, there's some sketchy people, man, for sure.
There's some disturbed people, are they not? Yeah, you know, people ask me all the time, well, what would you change or what would you do different? You know, Carol Baskin didn't bother me. She sued me for 11 years. Never got anything, you know? And that's at the extent of our fight was lawsuits, okay? But Jeff Lowe is who I wished I'd have never met because he's where everything went wrong. He was a con artist. He wormed his way into the zoo. He made life miserable. I finally left the zoo June of 2018, and they still came after me 3 months later.
Wow.
It wasn't good enough that I gave them the zoo, okay? They just had to destroy Joe. And pictures of the zoo today prove that. It wasn't about the zoo. It wasn't about the animals. It was about destroying Joe.
So how has your life changed in prison from 2018 to 2020, the show coming out? How is it different in there as far as the people you're in with?
Okay, well, from 2018 till Christmas of 2020, I was in solitary confinement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you had no idea?
So no, yes. And I came out of solitary confinement as a celebrity, and everybody knew me.
And a lot of people made money on you that you don't see.
Oh, shit. You know, I Googled Joe Exotic and hit the shopping button. It's amazing how many people are making money off of me.
Golly.
And I don't get a dime of that.
So you don't have anything from your estate at all? I mean, nothing's in your name anymore?
Nothing was in my name to start with.
Oh.
It was in my mom's name.
Okay.
Okay, and bringing up my mom and dad are the ones who really lost at this whole deal because I had their power of attorney and I took care of them every day, okay, at their house. I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd go get them out of bed, put them in their chairs, and then their day nurse would come take care of them until they went to bed. Then I went, took them to bed, put them to bed, made sure they had everything. All right, the minute they got me arrested, my brother helped set me up, okay, because they were so scared my parents were going to spend all their money on that zoo instead of having an inheritance. My niece took my power of attorney away from me, and she took and put my mom and dad in separate nursing homes so they couldn't talk to each other after 70 years of marriage, okay?
That's terrible.
And she moved in their house and took their land, and she signed the zoo over to Carol. And that's how Carol got the zoo.
Wow.
And my mom and dad died, never being able to see each other again.
Golly, man.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty sad.
That's sad. That's been a tough. That's been a tough run for a while. I know that.
Pretty sad. Yeah. You know, I don't even know how to begin to tell President Biden, this is the American dream. This is what you represent in this country.
Yeah.
Is people working 55 years to have this happen to them? I never even had a speeding ticket in my life. Never. I've never been in trouble.
I mean, you were chief of police for a town, weren't you?
I was.
So,
Yeah.
So your website, the joeexoticofficial.com, what's the purpose of that? Is that where you can find the footage and evidence of you being innocent? Is that the best place?
The joeexoticofficial.com is where the videos of all of them admitting to perjury and signing affidavits and all that stuff is at. joeexotictv.net is where the 600 videos that John Phillips extracted from their phones, which is shocking. I mean, it's just crazy what you hear in that shit. It even shows where the agents knew they were lying under oath. You know, it's just the agents and the U.S. attorneys were in on this.
Yeah.
And I consider myself a political prisoner, Guy, because of the Big Cat Safety Act. Because the minute this all happened, you know, the producers of Netflix are big-time animal rights people. They had an agenda. We now have the evidence that they paid the witnesses, you know, during the trial. And the minute they got this movie released, they nicknamed the Big Cat Safety Act the Tiger King bill. And they made me look crazy on TV. And they passed this law so you couldn't own a tiger in America.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know who can? Carol Baskin.
Oh.
Okay, the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, which is her and her friends, are exempt from that law.
Oh, wow. So she's grandfathered in? She's grandfathered in?
She's the one who introduced the bill.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, this was nothing but a monopoly. Yeah, that's all this was.
Golly, man.
Yeah, if anybody was saying my tigers went to roadside zoo and I was exploiting them, everywhere they're at now, they're letting people pay to come see them. What the hell's the difference?
Yeah.
Except my cages were a whole lot nicer.
So I only got a few minutes left. One, I got to ask you, are you a Swiftie? We need to find that out for the people.
Are
you a Swiftie?
A Swiftie?
Yeah, Taylor Swift fan. We got to ask everybody.
I guess I've been in prison too long. What the hell is a Swiftie?
Hey, the big Taylor Swift fans, they're Swifties now. Yeah, you're missing out, dude.
Is that something like a trainee? You know, that's the crazy part about federal prison right now. It's so fucked up. We have women in men's prisons, okay, using the same bathrooms and showers, waiting to have penises put on, okay? And we have men with boobs and wearing makeup waiting to have their penises taken off.
Yeah.
And we live together. We all have to use the same bathrooms.
That's wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So what should everybody expect at your Free Joe Exotic Day in Florida?
What should they expect? Yeah. After or during?
During and after.
Oh, during it's gonna be pretty amazing to see how many people are out there talking about this and carrying on, and the free merchandise and everything else. Plus, my own film crew again will be there filming for Tiger King: The Return.
Oh. So
everybody come out and get in the movie, all right? But what do we expect after that? Who knows? But you know, Biden could see it on TV and do something within a week, or he could ignore it. But he's not going to ignore the one in front of the White House.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what, I can make sure my following and people from my show will make sure we're sharing the hashtag Free Joe Exotic, and anything we can do to help, man, we're going to do it.
Man, like I said, comments in every post he makes. Free Joe Exotic. I think that's the biggest help anybody can do.
Is there anything you want to close with?
You know, just to people around the world and everybody, remember that I'm a human being. I'm not just a character on television. This is my life that's been destroyed, and my parents' life. So, but I appreciate everybody's support. I send my love to everybody around the world. And I can't thank you enough for not letting my voice die, because it's been 4 years since Tiger King came out, and I'm in the news every day.
Wow. Well, hey, we'll be thinking about you, Joe. We'll say some prayers, man. I hope you're healthy and nothing's wrong with your cancer's all gone. And like I said, man, I appreciate your time for sure.
All right, buddy, get on TikTok and get that dancing going.
All right, Joe. We'll see you, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
Guess what, motherfucker? Dude. Free Joe Exotic.
Free Joe Exotic. I really hope that everybody will watch this on YouTube, because
Something feels different.
something does feel different.
I don't know why we got a fucking tiger in here.
Dude. We do. You know how hard it is to get a tiger this time of year?
I hope Carol Baskin don't see this.
They're not in season.
They're not in season. Look at that thing.
The amount of permit we had to go through to get this tiger in here.
Hey, things we do for the Dale and Dale podcast.
That's true. I mean, I don't know if that's a Bengal tiger. It looks like a Bengal tiger. It looks like a tiger.
Well,
Definitely a tiger.
I hope y'all enjoyed the Tiger King Joe Exotic interview.
Yeah.
This was kind of an elaborate deal. This all kind of came about. I'm like, all right, Vaughn, here's the deal. I'm going to dress like Joe like I did in Halloween. You're going to be one of the husbands.
So then that was the hard part, is like, okay, Joe Exotic takes over so much of the show. You know, what was I supposed to do? I mean, there was a guy in there that was legless, but he's no longer alive, I don't believe.
Yeah, I think he said on the podcast, I mean, he said, I think he said 10 of the people that worked with him are no longer living.
Yeah. So, I just got to dress like one of the husbands at the wedding day. Hence the pink shirt.
Yeah.
And my hair blue jeans.
Oh, man. That's so funny. And the camo hat, dude.
So just camo hat. Just wish I had a corsage.
How far was this from Oklahoma, from your college?
So so where he was at is right over the border of Texas, Oklahoma. It's okay. I'd say it's about 30 minutes. And then
Wynnewood, right? Greater Wynnewood, something like that.
Yeah, I always pronounce it Wynwood, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
So I would say it was 2.5 hours.
From college, okay.
From Stillwater. It was very popular when I was in college. Like, there was always this animal drive-through thing that everybody talked about.
And that was that.
I mean, yeah, I never did it. Obviously, wish I did.
It'd have been cool.
Yeah,
Just you would have had a real story.
I would have. Who would have known? Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk?
Can I take this off?
I mean, not the suit, but yeah, you take the head off.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Magnus.
Oh, shit. Hey,
We got a real live tiger in here.
put your
Put your head.
put your
hood on.
Put your hood on.
Magnus is all in for the podcast.
Much better.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Put your
beautiful.
mic closer. Is it hot in there?
Yeah, I was sweating profusely.
Now you know what a tiger feels like.
Exactly.
So
Could you
Dude.
imagine, like, if you were getting old and nobody really wanted to see you anymore?
This is almost the outfit I wore in that Carol Baskin video, except I had some cutoff shorts on.
It was a great shirt.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Yeah.
is that Ed Hardy?
No, he looks like I got it from like Zara or something. Forever 21. It's like, man, I actually, the funny thing is, I bought this even before Tiger King. I bought this when we went on a Hawaii trip. I wanted some like shirts like this, and I got this one. So I just cut the sleeves off. Now I'm Joe Exotic.
You've always been Joe Exotic.
I know.
Wait, did you cut the sleeves off before Joe Exotic?
No.
Okay.
No, I cut it off for that video.
Okay, good.
No, I did.
It's a great shirt.
It's a good shirt.
What are we doing? I love it.
Did you listen to the whole episode of the whole?
Yeah, in fact, I listened to it on the way over here. Yeah, he talks a lot about prison reform.
Yeah, dude,
Important stuff.
he airs it out about the prison system.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, hey, dude, if it's like that, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I guess I'd never want to be there. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I don't think anybody, you ever hear stories of the prison being really good. And we can always say, well, they did something to be there. They don't deserve a bunch of rights. That's your own personal opinion. What I do know is nobody, depending on the crime, should be held without safety, without food, without water, and without some sort of like being treated like a personal, decent human or a human in general. These are, we aren't animals.
Yeah, they give them a number. They basically can treat them like not human because they have a number and not a name. That's one big thing.
Yeah. And I think the prison reform, as far as what they're talking about, it all went back to prisons are now, they're not state or owned. They're most of them are privately owned.
Oh, really?
So the amount of money within the prison system is extreme. So there's you get no benefit to put more money into your prison infrastructure. It's a business. And I've said this before and I say it again. Capitalism is the greatest thing in the world unless you're capitalizing on someone's health and safety. And that's exactly what a prison does. There's a lot of white collar crimes. There's a lot of, things like where they can be reintroduced into society. There's also some crimes in which I feel like you should skip the prison and go underneath the jail. But for Joe Exotic himself, let the man go.
Yeah. So he said to help him is to hashtag free Joe Exotic on anything President Biden says or Donald Trump says to try to get awareness out there for to try to help to get pardoned.
Yeah, for sure.
Presidential pardon is the only thing he can get.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't think a state pardon will work.
No, wow.
I mean, he's in federal prison.
Yeah,
So I guess it would be a federal pardon. I don't know the law about that, but
it was funny. The first thing he said he'd do when he get out, go to 7-Eleven, get a pack of Marlboro Lights. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
When he gets out, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven and get a pack of Marlboro Lights.
I will too. I think everybody should.
However, I'm not gonna go have sex with Seth for 2 hours for 2 days. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them be.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be a couple states over just to make sure that I don't get caught up in that.
Dude, you're just like one of his husbands.
I don't want to get caught up in that kitty litter.
Oh man, this has been a while. What an experience!
Such a great experience.
I'm excited to see what this episode looks like with everything put together.
And I'm excited to be. It's a new episode in a new studio.
New studio. This is a new studio, guys. Episode 93.
New studio. It looks like we're here to stay for a while.
Looks good in here.
It does.
We got a working AC.
Yeah, AC works great. Love it.
The AC worked on the last one. But this one,
sometimes.
This is a smaller space, guys. So it's easier to cool down.
Yeah, it's nice, man. We came and set it up early.
Yeah.
I like it, though. It's really nice.
I feel like we are free.
We did.
So now we need to help Joe. We got a free Joe Exotic, too.
Got to pay it forward. That's right.
Pay it forward. New studio for us.
Yep.
Outside of the bars for Joe.
New life.
New life.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the church.
New year, new me.
New year, new me for Joe.
Yeah, there's same year. Same you.
What else been going on, man?
Dude, nothing really, man. Just it's been a hectic life of travel lately. I am closing on my house this week. Selling. We closed that on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pretty excited about that.
A new era.
A new era. And then I am then jumping on a plane and going to Mexico. Take a little much needed vacation, and I'm going to play a ton of golf.
Oh, yeah. You know what course you're playing?
I have it in my email. I can't remember.
Okay.
We're playing three rounds.
Ask his personal assistant.
Oh yeah, which
She's canceled. Pam, no more.
she's gone.
Pam's gone.
We did celebrate Magnus's birthday yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
we
a great
did.
birthday.
It was.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that your favorite birthday ever?
Right now.
Top 5?
No, because I'm doing carnivore. My diet was pretty restricted. Man, that popcorn smelled so good at the stadium.
We took you to a barbecue restaurant.
And that barbecue restaurant was great. And unfortunately, we're out of the beef ribs, I think, at the pit.
They were.
Yeah,
That's
I like pork
unfortunate.
ribs better anyway.
But yeah, the pit was great.
We went to pit room.
The pit room.
Well, we went to a UFL game, seeing the Roughnecks and the Birmingham Stallions play. So
Yeah,
my friend,
your childhood friend, right?
my friend Yar got us hooked up. Didn't get to see him. I get it; he's working, but we appreciate the tickets. And then took Magnus for a little dinner and watched him. I don't know if you've seen our story. He fixed his hair with toilet water or something.
That's so gross. It's
I
slick
forgot
back.
my hat. Okay, I always wear a hat, and I forgot it.
Slick backed. You slick back your
Yeah.
hair with city water.
Dude, it's good. Hard water is good for your hair.
Yeah, but not infected water.
Oh yeah.
Well, they were out of towels, and I needed to dry my hands off.
Oh God.
Vaughn's face was the best.
It's just something. I don't know. It's not, and I wish I could say it's just you that grosses me out, Magnus. It's not. It's really not. There's like so many things that gross me out.
But you were asking me a bunch of questions about my showering habits as a child, and it was really weird.
Well, I needed to know just to kind of understand what is acceptable in your life.
It was a little weird, but
So I was forced, like I'm sorry if you're a 10, 11, 12-year-old boy, like you don't want to take showers. I could have skipped a couple days, but my parents forced me to take a shower or a bath or whatever it was.
oh, we're saying with our kids. Well, dude, you're taking a bath.
I just don't know. I just wanted to know if maybe you were forced, because then I could say, well, this is normal. But if you weren't, and maybe you went 4 or 5 days and you were good, like that would then put in my mind, like that's why he thinks it's okay to take toilet water and slick his hair back. So honestly, although it may be judgmental in your mind, it's really not. I'm just trying to figure out if this is acceptable for you or not. To me, it doesn't matter, because my opinion has no bearing on your life. Yeah.
So you're just curious.
Just curious. Yeah,
Curious like a
absolutely.
cat.
What did you say?
Yeah.
You had something last night you said you wanted to ask on the podcast. We were talking about, what was that? What were we talking about
Oh man.
at the game?
I don't remember.
It was some kind of controversial.
Oh yeah, let me think about that.
Oh, we were sitting down. You had said something that was completely outrageous. And I remember saying, yeah, I want to ask about that on the podcast.
Oh man, what was that? God, dog.
Didn't I ask it at dinner about like what he did for his birthday? I don't remember. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't remember, but yeah. If you think about it, say it. But it was kind of like, oh, that's gonna raise some eyebrows. You don't remember?
Can't remember right now.
All right.
He'll remember right after we hit stop, because it's probably embarrassing. And normally I wouldn't think it would be embarrassing because I don't remember. If it was embarrassing, then I'd bring it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
Checks out.
Oh, Magnus was rapping last night. Remember him singing?
I sang a little DMX.
Oh,
He sang some DMX.
Okay, so we're at the UFL game. There's kids around,
Yeah.
families,
there were.
and they play they have a bunch of rap music playing early, and then they play the DMX song.
Party anthem.
And mind you that they're playing
And it's
all
edited.
they're playing all the clean versions of these songs.
And he
I didn't know there was a clean version.
decides to shout the profanities with the song.
Yeah, and so what Magnus does is that he's going to say, no, that's not what I did. He would sing the song that didn't have the cuss words in it, like at a lower tone. But then when a cuss word would come in, he would like yell it out. Just like, hey, I'm Magnus. Look how hood I am on my 48th birthday.
Shout out to my buddy Travis Heisenberg that gave me that DMX CD.
Oh, Travis Heisenberg.
Travis Heisenberg.
You ruined him.
You absolutely ruined him.
You ruined the Magnus.
For sure.
Flesh of my flesh.
Oh, stop.
You don't remember? Okay.
Stop. He said stop.
Yeah. So what else? We had Magnus also told us about his. What did you do? You went completely against what your parents would have let you do, and you went like. What'd you do? Was it like? I don't remember. You went
wrestling. You went to wrestling.
You went. Oh yeah, you went to go see wrestling.
You went to see secular wrestling.
Well, to clarify, shout out Don Garner, who used to take me and Doug out to these wrestling matches. But
like just y'all with your shirts off, you had to wrestle each other.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think any of these people are real.
No, that's 100% real.
Okay.
I mean,
okay, go ahead, tell us.
100%. Well, Don was in the Bible study that my parents taught, and they trusted him to take me and my little brother when we were like, I don't know, 12, 10 years old to wrestling matches. I think we saw Sting and Goldust and The Undertaker. It was one of the big matches.
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean, I'd have to assume that Noah had to wrestle all those animals onto the boat.
It's possible.
I mean, I feel like what you did was,
I doubt he gave him the Stone Cold Stunner. Stinger
you
Splash.
can't prove that he didn't, though.
That's true.
Maybe he invented it.
Probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think what you're doing.
Yeah, Noah was the original Tiger King.
He was.
Yeah.
What he was, yeah. Hell yeah.
But he only had two.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic had 257, something crazy like that.
Joe Exotic was.
All thanks to Noah.
Dude, watching Joe Exotic again, they got like, he's the most polarizing, but they had some people on there that were like whack jobs. The Doc
100%.
Anton guy.
Yeah.
And then later on, the Jeff Lowe guy, who they feel like he's the one that freaking set up a bunch of this crap. Like, that dude was a freaking weirdo, man.
So, if I'm not mistaken, who owns it right now? Is it Carol Baskin?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that was part of the restitution, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. And then, like, that thing they put in motion, that big cat, whatever, she put that forward. So she's like kind of grandfathered in to have like
yeah. So
she was doing
she has the
nothing no
exemption.
different except for him he's breeding, which she may have been too.
Yeah.
But she made it seem like he was the devil.
So she's basically
But she
doing exactly what Joe Exotic is doing.
Yes.
Profiting off of it, but she's making it sound like she's doing
For the conservation
and for animal rights.
Nah, bullshit.
And yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. One of these days the cat's going to get out of the bag.
You can't own all those things and not make money off of it because you couldn't even support it.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. Did you like that one?
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
Vaughn's dad jokes.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm here.
That picture looks good on you, man.
Thank you, man.
You should wear it to Mexico.
I am. Every day. I'm going to cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, man. I'm going to wear this to Mexico. I have a crazy farmer's tan right now, man. I'm excited about that. I'm going to play golf with my shirt off.
You should.
Well, I am.
So do they have different rules, like dress code in Mexico for golf?
Yeah. As long as you're tall enough, you can drink on the golf course.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
man. If you're taller than the bar, you're allowed to drink in Mexico.
Yeah, that's true.
But on the golf course, I think, like, honestly, it's a great thing about going. It's not a third world country, but I would say it's second world. At least this part is. It's touristy. I could pay a guy $20 for him to just overlook the fact that I have no shirt on while playing golf.
Like their marshals or whatever they have out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that.
There'll be golf carto policia.
I mean, they do that because, like I said, the guys that would all play, remember, like Ricky and Jordan and all them, Spieth, they'd all go play, and they would all be just like board shorts, no shirts, no shoes, anything, playing golf. I mean, they're playing at a
I'm glad you put me on that level.
private course.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Von
Smiley
Schultz.
golf. Yeah. Von Schultz. So, but yeah, this was a fun, wild episode. I'm excited for everybody to have listened to this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we got this one out there. This will definitely be one that we brag about.
It is. And while we're at it, go on there. Free Joe Exotic. Hashtag free Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
On every possible thing you can.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the guy's harmless. I mean, that's my opinion. He's harmless. Let the guy out. Let him live the rest of his life. He's funny. He brought us a lot of good times. And what people don't have any respect for is when Tiger King came out, when was that?
March of 2020.
March of 2020. What was going on during that time?
The start of COVID.
How much entertainment did people around this world get from watching this crazy ass show? How much did him being on screen take away from people wanting to go out and spread this virus to other people? How much enjoyment has everybody gotten to not be bored and hang out with their family and spend time together and watch this crazy crap going on in the real world?
It's immeasurable.
It's immeasurable.
That's right.
And you know what? I think you need to be sentenced to the crime that you've committed. I'm 100% down with that. But let's be honest. I think he's serving a sentence that is just to basically make him a poster child for animal rights.
And he's been there, since 2018. So 6 years already.
Yeah.
So
And that was another interesting thing. I didn't realize he was in prison whenever this thing came out.
yeah.
Had no clue.
Well, once I rewatched it, I realized that because I remember that he was making phone calls. They had a bunch of phone calls from jail on the show.
Uh-huh.
Of him doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know that either. They started filming this in 2015.
Yeah.
That guy that was trying to get into this underground reptile selling people in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy showed up with a van and he had a freaking snow leopard in the back. And they're like, and that's why he started following these people.
Yeah.
Found out about all there's Tim Stark guy, the Anton, Carol Baskin, Joe Exotic, and got into that world. And that's what kind of was, they were filming that prior.
Yeah.
And then I guess nothing really happened with it. Then from 2018 to 2020, when he's in jail, all this stuff gets made, comes out while he's in jail.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And from what he said, he got nothing from it, or his state, nothing got anything profit from that. And that thing made a lot of money.
He did say that. He has made zero money off of what he's done. I mean, he's literally.
Could you imagine working there?
So in my mind, what I thought it was, he was kind of bringing in the misfits of the world.
Yes.
Giving them purpose.
Yeah.
Really and truly, he's giving them purpose, paying them. Is he teaching them good lessons? I don't know. But you know what? A lot of these people, had they not worked at that zoo, they could have been out doing horrible crimes, being addicted to drugs, whatever they could have done. I don't know. So, I think there was a purpose for Joe Exotic.
It was crazy how many people were like, they showed that one, it was like $350 to go to his place.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I didn't go.
And then they had that one guy. He's like, "Yes, this is the third time I've been. Second time this week." He's like, "Man, there's no price. I can't put a price on having to play one of these baby cubs."
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. There's some people that's their thing.
Yeah. And I mean, in that show didn't say that anybody was treated or any animals were mistreated or anything like that. I didn't really.
No, I think they all do have a love for those animals.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's like I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine freaking walking around a big ass tiger jumps on you. Like Saf, we got her arm bit off.
Yeah.
She was back to work 5 days later.
Yeah.
That was crazy. You imagine?
I'm allergic to cats. I can only imagine being around like a lion or a tiger. I'd probably be sneezing like crazy.
Then they had ligers there too.
Yeah, they did.
Those things are wicked looking.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on into being allergic to cats.
Why?
Because I 100% think that that's made up.
Well,
you're
entitled to your opinion.
You're allergic to dander.
The dander, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not cat specific.
More cats than dogs. I have dogs. I've never had any allergies.
Are you telling me that you don't like my cat?
Where's
No,
Petey?
I don't think your cat.
She's inside.
No, I don't think your cat has the right dander to mess with my allergies. But my old buddy Chris, I'd go over to his house. I'd be
Shout out, Chris.
Chris Heisenberg?
I'd be having like some serious problems.
Yeah.
I think you're losing your voice right now. That tiger suit's getting to you.
It could have been the like 12 milligram Zins you gave me yesterday.
Zens, they weren't Zens, they were Lucy's.
Yeah, dude. Come on, dude.
Oh yeah. That's right. Shout out Lucy. Lucy Breakers.
Lucy Breakers.
Use our code D&D Pod.
No, Drive. Those coffee ones. I had like 4 of those too.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there goes another sponsor you're shouting out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, you gave some free
Lucy's are way better, but I'm just trying to use up the rest of those drives.
You gave a ton of free shout outs today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Shout out Lucy.
That's the only one you're allowed to use for going forward.
Yeah, and Good
We'll
Ranchers.
beep out the other.
I didn't tell you this. So the day I did the interview, I sent that picture of me and Joe Exotic on the screen together to Ben and Jermaine, Good Ranchers. And Jermaine's like, bro. And then Ben's like, oh my God, I love that guy. He's innocent. 3 texts. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, let me know when you have everything ready for me to share. Because he's all about it.
I love that.
Ben said he loved Tiger King.
Do you think Good Ranchers will start like maybe packaging cat meat?
I mean, we can ask.
We can always ask.
How much a month did Joe used to spend on meat to feed all the lions? And
Well,
tigers?
that one guy
like
said
$60,000 a month. Or something?
Nope. That one guy said, the Doc Anthony guy, he says it costs him $10,000 per year per cat. And so, but Joe Exotic said he can do it for like 4 because they would go to those feedlots and get the cows that passed away.
Yeah.
And they would get calls from the local patrol for like roadkill, deer and
Hell
cows
yeah.
get hit. And so he said he could do it. He was feeding them for like $4,000. Well, and he had like 250 something tigers. You imagine the money that it costs just to feed these things.
Yeah.
Much less to house them, fixing cages and.
I mean, the whole operation's got to be. That had to have been a huge money suck. I mean, it's just like golf courses. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but for cats.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to.
Need a lot of land.
You don't just show up and go pet cats. I mean, you got to fix cages. I mean, there's cages on the back end. You got to keep up with the land.
Well, then he had a lot of overhead too. Got a bunch of people.
Yeah, he did.
It's crazy.
You know, everybody on that show seemed pretty grateful for him too.
No, they all loved him.
And I really do think it's because he gave them a chance when nobody else would.
Well, that one guy that he was married to said that.
He had 5.
Yeah, no,
husbands.
he had 4 total
Was it 4?
all together. But yeah, like when he married the 2 guys together,
Yes.
the one guy that was.
I mean, why only marry one when you get
No. But that one guy, he talked about he brought him at the early age and taught him a lot, and he kind of like he fell in love.
Yeah.
He was like a father figure to him, but they were in a relationship over time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like nobody said anything bad. Like the people that work for him, they didn't say anything bad about him.
My assumption is he's not legally married to all these guys.
I don't know.
I mean, he can't be because it's polygamy. I think he might be married to one, but all the other ones he's ceremoniously married.
Maybe so.
And I don't think polygamy is legal in any state.
Hey, we can do the wedding for him and Seth.
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, though, isn't he still married to... Last name, is it Maldonado?
No, that's
Joe's last name.
No.
Passage. I think he's still married.
That's not his real last name. His real last name is something else. But yeah, he does go by Joseph Maldonado Passage.
Okay.
But when I looked on the thing, there's a different. It's a tough name to say. His real last name.
Okay. Well, we got to. Either way, I'm willing.
We'll do it.
I'm willing to do a ceremony, legal or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a shit to me.
We'll do it. You got to wear that suit there.
I'll be the ring bearer then, I guess.
You're gonna walk down the aisle.
Prance down the aisle.
You're gonna walk down the aisle instead of flowers. You're gonna throw catnip.
Yeah. You got the dander.
Here comes old Dander Magnus. Old picky tit Dander Magnus.
I can't imagine being that close to the lions and tigers. I go to the zoo and I see them far away, and I'm still like, I can't believe we're this close.
Yeah, could you imagine
So
the bears?
dangerous,
Oh
dude.
my!
Oh yeah,
No.
Did you get that one?
lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my! Hopefully somebody picks that one up. That was a pretty good one, I thought.
I missed it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We're not in Kansas. We're not in Arkansas anymore.
Arkansas. God bless you.
God bless you. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, you know what? It was a great week. And I hope everybody enjoys what Joe Exotic brings to this exotic podcast.
Yeah, we definitely got to make a reel of us coming back into our uniform, like in our outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
You taking the head off, too. So funny. Take this off, cat. I can't see with this thing
So
on.
sweaty.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny? I dressed up like in 2020 for Halloween. I dressed like this.
Mm-hmm.
I had a different shirt, obviously, and I walked with a cane and this knee brace all night, like in character. And my left knee killed me for like the next week for like doing like that.
That's because of CrossFit, though.
It sucked, dude. I was like, I just, you overcompensate for something. It tore me up.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Committed to the role.
Dude,
I
hey,
can
man.
appreciate it. That's good.
that's my affection for Tiger King.
Yeah.
Might be one of his husbands.
Well.
Max, you come to our wedding?
If you marry Joe, I'll come to your wedding.
Okay, good.
Would you film it?
I would have to.
Would you send it? Would you send it to your parents?
No.
Could we send it to your parents?
Yeah.
Your parents know what kind of debauchery you get yourself into with us?
No clue.
No clue.
Yeah. One of these days, we're gonna get like some lawsuit. It's like I'm suing on behalf of my child who's been abducted by the Dale Not Dale podcast.
Yeah. He's against his will.
And then I'm gonna take a picture of you and then put "Love the Dale Not Dale podcast" and send it back to him, like you in a tiger cage.
You doing this in that picture?
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for that.
All right. Well, this was fun. We'll wrap this up, man.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
They laugh at you with new feet, good ranches meat, bring them good eats. We stay swangin', no words, never bland. Podcast kings on the mic, yeah, we grand. From the heart and the soul, our stories unfold. Raw and real, yeah, our tales is gold. Cause we tipping on 4 bowls, wrapped in 4 bowls. Podcast too ill, Magnus take off his clothes. Good ranches meat, always bring in the feast. Uncle Dale Vaughn, Magnus, we on the beat. Cause we tipping on 4 bowls, wrapped in 4 bowls. Podcast too ill, Magnus take off his clothes. Good ranches meat, always bring in the feast. Uncle Dale Vaughn, Magnus, we on the beat.